בוקר טוב, ועבדו משתה פרק י' פסוק י' ב' שנאה תעורר מדנים ועל כל פשעים תכסה אהבה. שלמה המלך talks about
love and hate.
love
and hate.
לא, אמרנו. זה מחובר לפסוק י'. Anyway, שנאה תעורר מדנים ועל כל פשעים תכסה אהבה. שלמה המלך tells us that you should know that when people fight and they hate each other, all of a sudden the fight is going to bring all the old stories, the old sin'ah, old hatred that was in people's heart, but you didn't say a word, you were quiet. But the minute they start to fight, you should know it goes back many, many years. And therefore, Omer lecha, be smart not to get to fight. And especially among family. Siblings, brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws. It's so common. If something happens and a fight, can bring up 20 years stories. And just doesn't end nice. And you keep everything in your hearts. And it just ruins the families. And you know who pays the heavy price? The kids. The ones who pay the heavy price is the kids. I'm going to tell you a line from the Rabbi Alav Shalom. It's a mishpat hacham. It's amazing. Regular people, if they fight with their brothers, so not only that they don't talk to their brothers, they make sure that their kids also don't talk to their uncle. Right? That's how it works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it works. I don't go to him, I don't visit him, you don't go to him. And not only that, you don't talk to, also to the cousins. To what's the timtum? So not only that you barely have friends, the closest friends should be your uncles, your aunts, your cousins. So you fight, and that's how the world works. That's how the world works. I don't talk to you. It means that my kids also they cannot talk to you, and Memel is also the cousins. Nachon? Fine. The Rabbi Alav Shalom was so against. He used to say, אל תוריש לו את השונאים שלך, יהיה לו שונאים משלו. Do you know what is Yerusha?
Inheritance.
In fact. So usually a father inherits the kids' money.
The kids inherit the father's money.
Abba morish his money to the kids.
The way it's okay.
Emmanuel? Good. So he says, live the money. Don't inherit them, your enemies. They're going to have their own enemies, their own. You're going to have your own enemies from school, from neighbors. Don't worry, he's going to have his own. But you don't have to add him your own enemies.
Add him as an enemy?
Don't add to your son your enemies.
Don't give me your enemies.
You're fighting with your
family
member. You're talking to your son. Don't talk to him because I'm not talking to him.
Let him inherit your money, not your enemies.
Rabbi,
I didn't say anything. I did not say anything. So the rabbi was very against parents that don't talk to the siblings. It's okay. But why the kids have to suffer?
It's also not okay.
Akadosh Baruch Ma.
It's not okay, they don't talk to their siblings. Everyone should speak now, especially.
בוודאי you should speak, but if they don't, so why are you punishing your kids not to talk to their uncles and to their cousins?
Hard one. You don't want to associate. You don't think you don't want to associate.
Yeah, you don't. You again, it's everything about you.
Right.
You don't think about your kids.
No, because you feel they're not good people. So
Habibi, that's why we got the second piece. ועל כל פשעים תכסה אהבה. When you love people, you don't see bad.
When you know somebody, whatever he does, you're okay with it.
Yeah, because you like him, because you love him.
Not
Not coming to Shamayim. Don't throw everything on the Shamayim.
No. If Hashem did it,
Hashem didn't do anything, and stop blaming Hashem for everything people
that's
do.
what I learned.
Not for me. על כל פשעים תכסה אהבה. It means that when you love people, even though they do something wrong, you don't see it because you like him, because you love him. So,
Yeah, but is that I'm saying, is that something?
and that's why he says to you, this is the reason to stay away from hatred. Get it away. Sin'ah is poison to the body. The poison there. It's poisoned. שנאה, אדם ששונא,
This isn't talking about מישהו שממש פושע. It's not referring to someone that you know that is a פושע.
No, פושע means somebody did something to you במזיד. that kind of פושע.
So you should love them anyway?
No, it says when you love somebody, so even though he does something wrong, even במזיד, you're gonna stay away from.
Depends what, no?
No, just get the idea now. If you love someone, if you're trying to be right, you're always gonna have many people. Okay,
so you fought, whatever.
No. The Shlomo Melech is trying to is trying to teach us. Get to your system love and get the poison out of your body. So when people try to be focused right and wrong, you're gonna more likely find yourself in the position of sin'ah. But if you look to be happy, you're gonna find the reason to love people and not to hate people. And even though sometimes they could do something wrong, and even on purpose, close your eye, keep going.
That comes with age. To be passive like this. I mean,
it comes with
knowledge,
not age.
Well,
I know people at the age of 60 and worse than a kid than 5.
Right.
And I know kids of 10, 12.
Well, knowledge is supposed to grow with age.
Not necessarily. I disagree with you.
Not at all. You have to be more passive, more.
You gotta learn and take whatever you learn, download to actions.
How do you do that?
How do you
be more passive?
Think. So, what do I gain by me hating people and always be upset? And always, I'm not going to talk to this guy and to him, and I'm going. What do you gain? You're just bringing poison to your body.
Negativity and positivity. Negativity and positivity, I guess. You're a negative person, you see everything bad. It's normal. You're going to see everything bad.
Perspective,
So,
Rabbi. How you see things.
You're going
I
to
change
find
my
bad of
perspective.
everybody, and you're going to remember.
If you look at life, I'm here for a short time. Let me enjoy. So I don't care about any nonsense. Just keep going. Let me enjoy. When you go on a trip, on a vacation, what do you focus? Oh, the cop gave him a ticket. Oh, look, you know what? It's the worst country. Well, I'm just focusing on the weather. I'm out of Brooklyn, and the room is nice. The weather, nature. You don't care about anything. What goes on in the country? You don't care. Do you watch news when you go on vacation? No. Why? Because you don't care about the news. What goes on, around you. You care about. I want to see the ocean, and I want to take the jet skis, and I want to enjoy the kids, and that's your focus. Life is short. What are you focusing on all the day? News. Or let me clear my head. Let me be a happy person. So when you focus on life, that way everything is great. If you're going to look up reasons why to be upset, boy, you're going to have all the reasons. And I'm telling you, I know people, they have all the reasons to be happy, to be the happiest person on earth. and are the most miserable people. The most miserable people. And they have nothing. I call nonsense. And sechel. It's when you let your emotions over your brain. That's what happens.
Right, emotions over.
Okay, it's about-
Emotion.
Depression.
I said, "Pressure,
How do you
depression."
control emotion through knowledge? הכל בלב, בלב. The heart is very strong, just as strong as the brain, Rabbi. The heart is maybe stronger than the brain.
No, I'm not told. It's what you decide. It's like you have brain and you have emotions. You are on the steering wheel. The ratzon, the
Right.
wheel,
Right.
is the steering wheel. No, we're good. So now, you're gonna, my ratzon, no, we're good, we're good, no? There we go. My ratzon of living a happy life is gonna overcome problems.
But it's okay to get sad once in a while. No, I'm
No,
sorry, but
not
it happened.
okay.
It happened to Rabbi Yochanan. No, when he thought Rabbi Kahana was laughing at him, halash da'ato, and Rabbi Kahana died.
That's something spiritual. In any event, צריך לדעת ש- that Rabbi Yochanan lost 10 kids, by the way. He buried 10 kids. And the last son got thrown in a boiling hot water. And he was able to focus.
Understandable.
And he was able to focus life very clear, very normal. Havutai couldn't. It's the opposite. Okay? In any event, you have to know that Shlomo HaMelech is teaching us. It's amazing. And the Melechim says it's amazing. And it's Chochmat Chaim. To know how to live life. To know how to live life. Go search for people that could give you tools. I was lucky to have one or two. Really. I was lucky
To have one or two.
to learn from people like that. You should know that Abba Shebari Pam Siperi told us about a family. I think their name was Mishpahat Mekaiten. That's their name. They were always laughing. Everything was a joke. To the sense that the father is about to die, and the son and the father together making jokes of it.
Wow.
The father tells his son, he sits next to him, and he doesn't feel his leg. Aha. And the Malach HaMavet already came from down here, and I don't feel my leg. After an hour, he touches over here, his knee. Aha. I don't know. I feel I'm going soon. I'm aha. I'm gonna push him down. I'm trying. It comes up. And then he starts to cough. He's not breathing.
They both left.
Yeah. Aha. He got to my throat. Cough him out. They're sitting together making jokes. One is about to die.
It's nuts.
עד כדי כך. זה לא ברכה. זה more than bracha. So when Abba told this to the Rabbi, Alav Shalom, so the Rabbi said, this is Chochmat Chaim from the time of the Nevi'im.
Wow.
Samantha?
Does it slow down the Hamavet? Does it slow down really?
It just enjoy, you can even enjoy while you're dying. יש אנשים רק שומעים על, איש מחלה, כבר, blood pressure, זה, מה יהיה, I'm gonna die in the cemetery, חביבי, הלו. People כאילו מפחדים, חביבי, this is part of life, get used to it, אלא next. מה כל הפחד? People are all day long מפחדים, בעין הרע, איזה חיים, it's not life. זה לא נורמלי. זה לא נורמלי. It's not healthy. The genetics, הכל שטויות.
Paranoia.
Look at
Paranoia.
certain people when they were born.
You know why?
Our grandma's like this, she becomes like this, her grandson, all paranormal.
Habib, paranoia, is chasechel, use brain. I think you like grandma.
I went to a funeral yesterday, and thank God my father, with his chokhmah, he told me, Avi, don't lose your patience, because certain people act a certain way.
Okay, well, what happened?
No, the wailing and the falling, and it wasn't so bad, right? But he prepared me so I don't get, so I don't
lose.
I don't like
Close to you?
laugh or make fun of them, or something,
Okay.
something's too much.
Baruch
Certain
Hashem,
people
your father
make it-
knows how to
He
raise
told
you.
me he had a. He
Okay.
told me, Avi, just know what to expect. No, it's
The Tanaim didn't deal with depression. I'm just asking. They didn't deal with this type of things. There was no such concept as a Tana being upset or sad. No,
If he does, who Tana? Is that a Tana?
But it's true. I allow all these things.
Who said it's not true? But how do you take things?
Don't make it living your life.
they laid on.
You have to
They
always
laid
think
on.
about it. You have to have it.
You
in
always
your
always
word.
see. Can you just repeat over your line? You have to. I want to hear.
You have to always, recognize that.
No. Allah, don't change your word. Can you just repeat your line? You said you always have to.
No.
No,
What did I say?
Think about it.
You always have to think about it.
That's what you said.
Okay.
If that's how you live life, I just feel bad for you. I live life. I want to be happy, so I wouldn't let things.
Being happy and thinking.
Happy. Listen to me. I want to live life happy. I don't care about anything that happens around me. I want to be happy. I don't care. People could hurt me, yes. So is that a reason for me not to be upset now the whole day to ruin it? No. Okay, I hear Ka'ab. Next, Allah, next. I want to be happy. So stop focusing on problems and issues.
Somebody goes and says bad to somebody else about you, and you find out.
All right, okay, Habibi. I'm not going to be better than Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu had Datan and Aviram and Korah. I'm not better than him. So I don't care. Let them talk. You're not going to stop people from talking about you. So just get it over. Are you here to fight people to talk about you? You're not normal. The more you try to protect that, it's going to come more to you. The more you're just going to let things go. Listen, he doesn't care. You could talk about it until tomorrow. He doesn't care. So what happens now? You got this also. They stop bothering you. I can turn you on in a minute. You know this, Shlomo? It's like a fuel. I can put it to you. Boom. You'll explode in a minute. Try to get me upset. You're not. You're not going to be able. Salad. Why? One thing. I don't care about nonsense. I have this. I want to be happy. You're on the train. Don't let anything on the way to turn you over.
There's significance. If he told you something versus your father telling you the same thing, it's going to have two different effects on you. Correct?
No.
Yeah, 100%. If a guy that, like, remember we had a whole class in Cahillot time, if a person says something to you, you don't care about him,
Right.
well, you don't care, it's not going to affect you, because who is he in your life?
Yes.
But
If your father said something to you.
my father said the
Or
same
your
thing,
friend
oh,
that
it's like,
What? See, that's why we got Pasuk Gimel. בשפתי נבון תימצא חוכמה. בשבט לגב חסר לב. חכמים יצפנו דעת, ופי אוויל מחיתה קרובה. שלמה המלך says over here a powerful line. בשפתי נבון תימצא חוכמה. Someone who's נבון, and you tell him Musar, he takes it serious. Thank you. He'll appreciate the Musar. But dumb, he's going to get a fellow, oh, wow, he told me something. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? If your father says what to be said.
It's painful sometimes, painful for people that care about you, and then they tell you something maybe you didn't necessarily see it.
So
it hits you in the moment.
Wait, so tell him thank you for opening your eyes. You're blind. So your father, so what you get hurt? Abba, thank you.
You could still get hurt.
I don't know. So okay, so you're getting hurt, and then what? Where are you taking this pain?
Change.
So tell him thank you.
You do, but you're still hurt.
I don't understand
It
it.
can still affect you.
If somebody-
Rabbi, if somebody tells it to you in a way that they're giving you like a zinger, like
I don't know zinger, I don't binger. All I know is all I want to know. If a father says something to the son, you should appreciate and let them thank you.
Yes,
That's it.
yes. At the
Sure,
end of
but
the
that's
day,
after.
even if it bothers you, you have to find a way to say, you know what, don't let it bother me. I'll try to.
Why it should bother you? I have a parent for a reason.
Because you think you're doing something
Let me
right,
ask
but
you,
they're telling you're doing something
what do you
wrong.
think about parents? They have to what? To raise you, to give you money? What is parents for?
No, I'm not talking about.
No, I'm talking about parents. Okay, so, in Hebrew, a parent, it's called hore. מה זה hore? From the same shorish of more. מה זה more? Someone who guides you how to learn. What is parent? It's someone to guide you how to live life. So if my father wants to give me some advice and I should be upset and get hurt, are you talking to 5 years old?
It's not advice, it's critique. I mean,
Thank you.
The rabbi gave gave an example with the Rav Korah alav shalom when the rabbi was younger, and the rabbi said, the rabbi was at a point. I don't know if I was leaving the rabbi achshav or I was continuing with him together. Okay, as at that point, though, you afterwards you appreciated it, but at that point you are by a point like you don't know what to do.
לא ככה. I was upset at myself. לא על הרב.
But you got upset. The point is you got upset.
לא על הרב.
Huh?
On
You
myself.
said that, but you were upset.
You're not paying attention. I was not upset at the rabbi.
Okay.
I was upset at myself that I felt, איך עשיתי כזה דבר, זה כל כך just threw me off. I wanted to be next to the rabbi. It's 24 hours, be on alert. Could I handle it? אבל לא הכוונה, אני זורק אותו כי אני רוצה לשמוע מוסר.
No, I'm not
Okay.
saying I'm not saying you should always do that, but I'm saying that at that point, even if you know it's for the
I
better.
want to tell you something. The Rabbi Alav Shalom, he wrote it to one of the books that as young in the yeshiva, they used to have teams of friends that they used to tell each other, please give me musar. If you see me something doing wrong, please give me musar. You know this? They grew up 50 years ago in yeshiva. In the yeshiva, you have friends that you go together. You don't just cover up things. You together, please. Avi, if you see something, tell me something that I did something wrong. Isaac, you saw something, tell me something. I want to hear. And if someone would tell something, he would appreciate it so much.
You know he can't. What if it's something you know he can't change?
Habibi, that's his problem. He asked you to give him the musar. Give him the musar. In some places, they used to even hire someone. Every time you see me bad, I'm giving you money for that. So his target is to find all the things to fix you up. And then people would appreciate. Why should you be upset?
But people usually don't like Musar.
What do you mean?
זה נקרא אוויל. זה נקרא,
People don't like to be.
יא חביבי, טיפש.
And if you're younger than someone, you give them the same way. No.
I don't know, מה זה younger. Look to your friends same age, okay? And by the way, if it's אמת, הרמב"ם כותב, קבל את האמת אפילו מגוי, אפילו מקטן.
Again, the Ben who is dependent on a person.
חביבי, I'm not talking about עמי הארצות or people that, they don't want to learn.
Yeah.
We together here in this room now, I want to learn, I want to be more educated, and I want to know that I'm doing the right things in my life. So, I'm perfect? No. Do I wish to be perfect? Yes. But for that, it takes something. It takes a wife, a parent, a rabbi, a friend to tell you things that maybe you don't see. And don't get offended. You shouldn't get offended. Opposite, thank you for telling me this. I like it.
So if I'm young, I'm in my 20s, right? I see someone in his 40s,
Yes.
and he's doing something that's not necessarily right. I'm comfortable with him. Should I keep my mouth shut, or should I be more?
I don't know the situation.
Let's say halakha.
No, you should. If you're comfortable with him, you
That's
should.
the situation.
Shlomo, he's the oldest here, and he gives you advice. So, yeah, you should. That's the example.
No, I'm serious. It's a friend.
איזה חכם המכיר את מקומו? Do you know what
What
it
you
means?
said right now, you just said you shouldn't say anything.
שנאה. שנאה. When there is hatred over there.
You don't want it to. Maybe he's going to tell him something. And say you're going to say
He
no.
says
I
comfortable
don't.
He didn't say that.
He's
comfortable.
comfortable.
Know your
I know, but maybe the other
I know
guy
what I'm
is
saying.
comfortable
If it's
with all
halakha.
that.
You have to know everything.
But it's not pashut. No, you know.
Rabbi, today you have friends or people that tell you something. I gotta go about okay, thank you. Like no, I'm saying like someone's gonna tell me something, and I'm like, where are you flowing from? What do you understand from this?
חכמים מעט. ראיתי בני עלייה והם מועטים מאוד.
זאת אומרת שרוב הבן אדם אתה לא מקבל.
כמה
לא. מרוב בן אדם הבן אדם לא לקבל.
כמה אנשים לומדים ספר משלי?
I don't know.
Probably not a lot.
זה התשובה.
No, what I'm saying is,
מעטים מבקשים חוכמה.
right, so I'm saying,
רוב תאוות. That's it.
no, so I'm saying if someone
Shlomo.
comes to,
Explain, Rabbi, I'm sorry, explain.
Most people, they look for desires. Very small percentage looking for wisdom.
no, what I'm saying is that,
אני עניתי לך.
if someone tells
אני
me,
עניתי לך,
personally,
אנשים לא מחפשים לגדול בחוכמה, education, מוסר, להשלים את הנפש, לא, they don't care. They want pleasures.
As you said, the Yitzhak pays cash.
Forget about the Ketzara. People that look for an easy life, not working hard. Just leave me alone. That's how people. That's the attitude. That's the mindset today. Mind your own business. It's so against Torah because Kol Torah is Kol Israel Arevim Ze Lazeh. Okay, so go find out. See, this is another reason why what's going to be? You got to change the world. Right?
I'm not changing the world. It's like, what can I do?
Nothing. Change yourself. That's it. The Rabbi Alav Hashem Omer, don't take the world on your shoulder. Just work with it. It's another thing. You got to switch. It's going to be. You got to change the world.
I don't care about Torah, I care about my close surroundings.
Be an example. Lead by example. You can influence on people by either talking to them or just be an example.
What if your family is not capable
To what?
to do things on their own and you have to hold their weight?
You have to balance
You
it.
can't walk with them, you have to hold them. They're not capable.
Well, with money?
Everything.
I mean, are you talking about money? No, you're not
There'll
talking
be a
about
lot of
money.
just
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Yeah, some people are not capable of paying.
If the person you care about the person, you walk with them until they
If
learn.
he's not capable to pay, there is two ways. Either let him learn the heavy way.
They learn the heavy way already.
Okay, that's it. So
It didn't work for them.
if life is not going to change them, you're not going to change them.
I'm not looking to change them. You
Okay.
have to pick up the slack, their family.
Keep going. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
So be selfish.
The opposite.
That's not selfish.
It's selfish.
You
Why do
try,
you call it selfish? You see,
it doesn't
by the way,
work.
what this discussion, this is life. To know how to take things in the right perspective. That's something what we spoke yesterday about the bus. That's a good example.
Yeah.
אתה מבין אותי? You have to know this. זה לא דברים פשוטים. The Rabbi Alav Hashem used to say the same way you learn Gemara, you have to think and going back and forth. This is life. You have to think and think what to do and how to do till you get things done the right way. The thing is to make right decisions, it takes thoughts, mahshava. And sometimes the emotions just kills you. Just put it aside and keep going. No pashut.
That's what they always say, ask a rabbi, somebody that's older that has wisdom, because you might think that this is right. But
Maybe.
What does he mean by Beshevet Legev Hasar Let?
Yeah, someone that's
What does he mean?
a smart person, he'll take the musar and he'll grow from that. Someone that doesn't listen, he's gonna have to get with a stick.
Right.
And with the stick, maybe he's gonna learn.
But Shlomo wants us obviously to prevent the stick.
He's not telling you, he just puts everything on the table and he tells you, Shema Beni. Come listen. Now it's your choice to decide. You want to listen to the Musar and change, or you want to stick? Kol Zahim. This whole book is about life, how to live life.
Read it every day and every time.
נכון, זה הרבה חוכמה. יש פה מוסר גם כן, how to think. So today we learned that if you look to be happy, you're not going to see anything bad in people. Not that people are not bad. There's a lot of bad people out there. But if you want to be happy and you want to the happiness to guide you everywhere, so all the bumps in the way you're not going to see, because when you love someone, it just covers.
But then sometimes that can hurt. You love him. You want him to
I'm
come
gonna
close.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you a personal story. I don't know if it's so nice, but I'm gonna say. Many years ago, when I was dating, I remember I was once dating a girl, a very, very choshev family. She had a big position. She was the secretary of the chief rabbi of Israel. Okay, very like, what better can you ask? She has any time you want. So I'm going to the first date, second, third. And the rabbi says, I'm not so excited and I'm moving. Like, no, מה קורה? I don't know, yes, no, he saw, well, מה קרה? I told him, I don't know, she has pimples. Drop her. אמרתי לו, למה? I told the rabbis, drop her. אמרתי לו, לא, מה? So מה כתוב? על כל פצעים תכסה אהבה. If you love somebody, the ahava covers all the pimples. If you don't love, you'll see all the pimples. So if you see pimples, you don't see love. So get out of here, because if not, you're gonna get divorced.
Wow, what a smart. She is guilty.
So he used this pasuk instead of al kol peshaim techase ahava. He said al kol psaim techase ahava. When you love somebody, you don't see pimples because you love him.
Which means if you like somebody, you're not going to see his bad fault at all.
Not at all.
If you hate him, you're going to see the bad fault.
But if you want him to be better,
Forget once. Amali drop.
you don't want him to
Amali
be
drop. Don't even bother. Amali, it's not nice.
For family, you can't drop.
I said family. I said a date.
Family does not drop.
I said it, and you're wrong, because I'll tell you another story. The rabbi is there. I'm just being with the rabbi, just sitting there, do nothing. You learn so much. I didn't have to translate, from Hebrew to English, from Arabic to Hebrew to English. It's not going to sound, the same, but I'll try to bring you the story. The father sits in the shul, and the little son sits next to him. I'm sorry. The little kid. What you say?
What's out?
We all got it.
Oh,
Gas.
Gas.
So-
Gas.
All right, next.
Gas.
So people come to the father and tell him, listen, your son. What's my son? Habibi, your son. It's not my son.
Meaning he didn't do it. The son didn't do it.
Just listen till the end. They tell him, Habibi, your son just, it smells. It's not my son. Habibi, it's your son. He just smells. It's not my son. And if it's my son, the smell is it's a smell of rose.
So what is the moral of the story?
נו, אתה לא מריח את זה כי זה כי אתה אוהב אותו. שום דבר לא
You
יצא
can't
ממנו.
you can't see the bag. You can't see it.
היה אומר בעברית, זה לא הבן שלי. ואם זה בני, ריחו ריח שושנים.
But how many parents do that over here? Destroy their kids? It's unfortunate. They destroy them.
The point is just
The point is, when your father sees his son, he loves him, he covers up with his garbage, and that's it. And this is great. Yes, this is life. That's okay. That's just perfect. Okay. You love your son. You don't want to, so you don't say anything better.
I'm talking about the person that you care about him so much, and you want to be mekar of him, and you don't.
No. This is also selfish.
Why?
Why do you want to be mekar of him? Why?
Because I love him.
No, you love yourself.
Why do I love myself?
Why do you want mekar of him now? Why? Let me
It's
finish.
his son, his own son.
He didn't say son. He said
So
a
family
friend.
member, let's say brother. No, it says like family member, brother, cousin.
What bothers you? Maybe because maybe you don't want him to have, because you like him and you want your son to have an uncle or an aunt or brother.
No.
So you don't want, so we're
Because I don't want him to make the same mistake I made when I was his age, that young.
not even a mistake. מה קרה?
Why? He can avoid.
He doesn't want to
The
know.
whole point of isn't the whole point of parents? They teach their kids.
But you're not his parents.
Not make the same mistakes.
You're right, but you are not his parents.
100%.
Okay, so let him do mistakes.
If he doesn't make a mistake, he won't be like you.
Yeah.
I understand.
So because you did mistakes, look at your
Not everyone gets out like that. I wouldn't.
So the
Not
All
everyone-
I'm saying
everyone has
is,
their own ethics.
if you really care about a person, yeah, you have to know why. What triggers you to care about him? Sometimes they come from a very selfish point.
Uh-huh. Even with children.
Everybody
So we have to be
everyone-
careful how to guide them.
You can be proud of them and everybody tells you
It's
how.
their level. On their level. The best way is not to talk. It's not even to show them love. Come eat. I always said Abraham Avinu, he was able to turn the world upside down. It's because he opened his house and he fed people. Noah, not even one person he got to do the tshuva. How come? 120 years, classes, and nobody changed. Noah didn't open his house to feed people. Abraham did. And I'm not telling you, okay, listen, I want to teach you Torah, so come eat. That's not the point. The idea is when a person feels that you care about him, he'll get the musar that you want to teach him. Let me show you something. I give you the best example. I have a kid who's a troublemaker in the class, okay? So one way is to send him to the office, right? That's the easy way. Like, let him talk to the principal, let him get his attention, let him get his punished, and that's it. But let me ask you, maybe is that going to change the kid?
No,
It's not going to change him.
It's scary.
It's just going to stop him. Maybe not changing him. How can I change a kid? So let me give an example. I had yesterday, such a story. I sent the kid to the office. He did something wrong. Whenever I sent him to the office, he didn't want. He went around in the hallway. You guys remember? You don't remember? And so after Minha, I called him. I asked him, "Let me ask you, did you go to the office?" He said, "No." So why not? Because he had a meeting. I'm not saying he's a liar. Yeah, very possible. So in my head, that moment, I have two ways how to approach him. Either to go harsh on him, or I want to change him. So I ask him, let me ask you, Joe, forget about office and principal. Did something wrong? He says, yes. So I ask him, what was it? So he starts to, I'm not so sure. If you're not sure, boy, I'm going to put you for detention for 2 hours. If you don't know, you better know. So within 10 seconds, you knew what was the wrong thing. So fine. So number one, I want him to understand that he did something wrong. Now, once he admitted that he did something wrong, I could talk to him. I asked him, so you did something wrong. Now watch this. I have to play victim. And I don't know if that's the truth. I tell him, is this fair? After what I did to you, A, B, C, D, E, F. Is that the right thing to do? Is that's what you did in class? Now what he feels?
Bad.
Guilt.
With this feelings, I have a choice and I have a chance to switch him. So I said, listen, there's no detention today. But I want to ask you a question. If you were in my position, you're the rabbi and I'm your student, and I did ABC, what would you do? You were silent. So no, you have to know, what would you do? So I don't know. So no, you do know. What would you do? He said, I would get very upset. So you're right. But what would you do to the student? I don't know, give him attention or do something. I said, okay. So you agree that you deserve attention. You agree that you should get 0 on your classwork today. You agree? I said, yes. So how about this? I'm not going to give you 0. But can you promise me that you're not going to do, you're not going to repeat this over tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks? He says, yes. I told him, look, now we are building a trust. I'm not doing anything to you now. I'm building a trust now. So you're coming back to my class tomorrow because I trust you. And I tell him, if you're going to mess up tomorrow, you know what happens? Our trust is gone. And I will never have any trust in you anymore. Now, the ball, it's in his court.
So what happens today?
Huh?
So we're gonna see what happens today.
He's not. He's a good kid. But you know something? Instead of punishing him, I tried to bring him up to a level. Why should I fight with him? Let him fight with himself. He doesn't want to ruin. He doesn't want to ruin his repetition. The Rebbe was so nice to me. He understood. I understand I did something wrong. We compromise that the next 2-3 weeks things will be great in class. You have to bring the person to understand he did something wrong, and when he did something wrong, you understand. So it's not personal. You against me. Nobody's against me. זהו, זה מה שצריך לעשות. רבי חנן גם כשאומר, הצעה כזו וכו' זה כל צריך לפי חרבני התורה.